Hey everyone, Steve here. I want to share a story that's been over 30 years in the making. It's about losing everything, starting over, and dealing with critics and haters along the way. But more importantly, it's about resilience, staying focused on what really matters, and pushing through when life knocks you down. We've all been there, right? So if you've ever felt like life was beating you up or you've faced people who just didn't understand your journey, I hope this video gives you a little perspective and maybe even some hope. Have you ever given your all to something only to watch it completely fall apart and crumble and then had people criticize you for even trying? Yeah, I've been there more than once. And if I've learned anything, it's that success isn't about never falling. It's about getting your ass back up, even when it feels like the whole world is rooting against you. Forgive me if I have to look at my notes here, but I have 5 important lessons I want to share. Lesson 1, starting over is humbling, but it's also an opportunity. Before everything came crashing down, I had a fulfilling career in healthcare. I was running a 40-person medical practice, delivering primary and emergency eye care, assisting in ophthalmic surgeries, and even harvesting the eyes of donors who had passed away so they could help others through their gift of organ donation. It was meaningful, but I wanted a new challenge, so I left healthcare and started my own real estate development business. For a while, things were great until one Saturday morning, an incident changed everything. One of my employees, who I didn't know had a drinking problem, decided to mix a bottle of whiskey with a shotgun while hitting on a client's wife. Things escalated fast. He pointed the shotgun at the client's husband. Word spread quickly, and that incident completely torpedoed my business. Everything fell apart after that, and the economy tanked as well. I lost my company, my house, and had to move my wife and our 3-year-old daughter back in with my parents. I went from being in charge of a growing business to taking temp jobs just to make ends meet. It was humbling to say the least. I didn't want to go back to healthcare, so I had to start from scratch. And let me tell you, going from leading a business to fetching coffee in a temp position, it was just emotionally tough. I remember laying awake at night feeling like a total loser and wondering if I'd ever get back on my feet. But the truth is, a journey has to start somewhere, and I knew I needed to take that first step. And one of those temp jobs had me answering phones and doing entry-level work. It wasn't glamorous, and it felt like a huge step back, but I treated every task with the same effort I had when I was managing healthcare teams. Little did I know that attitude would eventually lead to bigger opportunities. Have you ever had to start over in a role that felt beneath you? What did you learn from that experience? And how did it shape who you are today? Lesson 2, every step forward brings you closer to the next big thing. Even though those temp jobs weren't what I had in mind, each one moved me one step forward. It didn't happen overnight, but I kept pushing. Eventually, I landed a role that led to a position at IBM, and that was a turning point. I stayed there for a while, learning everything I could, but deep down, I knew I wanted to be my own boss again. One day, I sought out the mentorship of the top salesperson in my IBM division and asked him what he felt the path to success was for him. After a while of sharing his story, he leaned in and said, "Even though people think I'm happy and successful, inside my head, all I hear is that song, Tears of a Clown." He hated his life and his job. So after you finish this video, go listen to that song. Well, that's when I decided to abandon IBM to strike out on my own one more time. And this time my focus was on helping people improve their lives by surviving financial crisis. I had firsthand experience with debt and loss, so I knew how tough it was to climb out of that hole. My goal was to give people the help and advice I wish I had when I was going through it. And along the way, I've learned that helping others isn't just about offering advice. It's about offering hope in ways you might not expect. I remember this one time when I was helping someone who was struggling financially. At first, I thought it was all about the debt, but I soon realized her situation wasn't just about too much debt, but about not enough income. And when I asked her why she hadn't looked for a better job, she said she was embarrassed about the size of her feet and didn't have enough confidence to go on a job or even enough money to buy new shoes. So I asked her, like, what would it take? I'll buy the shoes for you if you promise to go on the job interview. I did that. She did that. And you know what? She landed the job, doubled her income, and that took care of that. All she needed was a hand up, some hope, and some help. Sometimes hope is about helping people take that one small step forward. Sorry, no pun intended. Even if it feels like you're stuck in a job that doesn't fit your dreams, don't underestimate the value of every small step. Each one gets you closer to where you want to be. All right, lesson 3. Haters show up when you challenge the status quo. So true. When I was rebuilding my life, I faced a new kind of challenge. Haters. When you do something that challenges people's beliefs or threatens their way of life, they push back pretty damn hard. And whether it was people criticizing my business decisions or trolls online, I learned that hate usually comes from people who feel threatened. As an investigative journalist chasing scammers, I faced even bigger challenges. I was sued multiple times by people who wanted to silence me. They thought they could intimidate me with lawsuits. But here's the thing. Facts always win. I fought those lawsuits and won every single case because I stuck to the truth. Haters rarely attack the facts. They go after your character, your choices, or anything they think will knock you off course. I remember getting hit with lawsuit after lawsuit from companies trying to shut me up, but I had done my research. I was standing up for the little guy and I had the facts. And in the end, I won every case because the truth was on my side. All right, lesson 4, how you handle hate defines your strength and your success. Through all of this, I learned something that has become one of my life mottos. If you do good things happen. I've seen it over and over again. The more I focused on helping people and trying to make things better, the more success and happiness I found. On the other hand, I've watched people who were stuck in hate, blaming others for their choices and their problems. And you know what? They never moved forward. In fact, they sank deeper into their own damn misery, dragging others down with them while earning less and having less. And I refused to follow that path. As I rebuilt my career, I refused to get dragged down by the haters. I focused on what I could control. And helping people and making a difference, that was it. Over time, I saw the positive impact of that approach. And the more I helped others, the more opportunities opened up for me. Think about the people around you. Are they focused on lifting others up, or are they stuck blaming others? How do you think their attitudes affect their success? And my final lesson today is keep helping others even when the noise gets loud. After my time at IBM, I went out on my own again, focusing on helping people survive financial crisis. I knew what it was like to feel buried in debt and hopeless, but through the years, I faced more hate, misinformation, and lies thrown my way, especially as I started sharing more of what I've learned online and protecting consumers. Now, in this new chapter of my life, sharing my experiences on YouTube, I still see the same old reactions. My videos are based on facts and research, and even usually have a research guide down in the description. I want you to check the facts out. But people still post vile and uninformed comments. It amazes me how many people don't engage in critical thinking or hunt down facts for themselves. But I keep going because I believe most people are inherently good. They just get lost sometimes. And let's not forget, my work as a search and rescue pilot and first responder, those were some dangerous flights, often in tough conditions, but all in an effort to help others, whether it was searching for missing hikers or responding to emergencies and difficult weather. It was about doing whatever it took to save lives. I remember one rescue in particular, flying in dangerous conditions in the mountains. We were looking for a missing hiker. It was terrifying, actually, but he was found alive. And that's when I knew that sometimes helping others means taking real risks, but the reward is life itself. When the hate comes, remember this, it's not about you. Stay focused on your mission, your message, and the people you're helping. If you do good things will happen. And in the end, that's really what matters. So before I ask you to subscribe, I wanted to share this. Here's what I've learned. Whether you're starting over, dealing with criticism, or facing personal struggles, success is about perseverance. It's about staying true to what you know is right. Even when life knocks you down, life will test you and haters will try to keep you down, but getting back up is what defines you. More than anything else, I've learned that focusing on hope and doing good for others is the key to happiness and success. If you do good things happen. And you know what? In my life, I've had the privilege of positively impacting the lives of tens of thousands of people through my books, my podcasts, my help, my advice, my emergency services as a first responder. And that's a hell of a legacy to leave. So no matter what, keep moving forward and keep making a positive impact. The rest will take care of itself. Yeah, thanks for sticking with me today through my story. If any part of my journey resonates with you, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and stick around. Whether you're facing haters, starting over, or just trying to figure out your next move, I'm here to share what I've learned and help you along the way. And before you go, here are a couple of videos that I think that will help you and you might find very helpful. So, hey, keep pushing forward, stay awesome, and don't let the haters get you down. You got this. Until next time, see ya.